Good morning, Grand Rising Woo family. Hope you all are well. Martine Malivers here with you this morning on day 533 of Wake Up Everybody. As always, honored to be here amongst you. Good morning, Facebook. Come in, come in, come in. Make sure what you need today? Pen and paper, your journals, preferably. A device that you can take some screenshots with, and also that you can complete a poll through Google Forms. I'm going to drop a link in the chat when that time comes. So welcome, welcome. As always, my request all the time with all of the sessions I facilitate is to bring open heart and mind. I plan on feeding you and also to get fed. We're going to go co-create together and remix goal setting. That is my ultimate goal. Today's session is entitled Where Your Mouth Is, The Art of Doing Part 2. For those of you who were here for Part 1, this is a follow-up. If you were not, you can always go back and watch the playback on Facebook. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for rising early and being here with me this morning.
Peace and blessings.
Good morning, Zoom. Peace and blessings, Abimbola.
Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing this morning?
Good morning, Adam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in, come in. Who else we have in here? Good morning, Doreen. Good morning, Sahusby. Good morning, Celia, Teresa, Deborah. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to day 530 of the Wake Up Everybody program, 533 days. And today is March 1st. We just moving, huh? Gonna move with or without us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you guys have pen and paper. Make sure you have a device that you can take some screenshots with. I'm also going to ask you guys to do a poll using a Google form. I'll drop that link when that time comes. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Z. What we have in here? Come in, come in, come in. Jackie, good morning. Come in, my people. I miss y'all. Don't forget your water. I'm a little dehydrated this morning. I have a concoction. I don't know if y'all can see that. That I'm drinking on. It's called tisane. If we have any Haitians dans la maison, that's what I'm having this morning to help my belly. So make sure you guys have something to drink, be hydrated, and as always, bring open heart and open minds. Good morning, Raquel. Today's session is entitled Where Your Mouth Is, The Art of Doing Part 2. I was just telling Facebook that if you were here for Part 1, this is the follow-up. If not, you can check out the Part 1. We're going to do a lot of review, but you can check out Part 1 on Facebook. I think that session was January 27th. Not sure. That might be one.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning, we're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Grand Rising Woo family. Welcome to Wake Up Everybody, day number 533. My name is Martine Malivers. I am a registered nurse. My specialty is research. I work in the heart center of one of the children's hospitals here in Houston, Texas. I'm also a child sexual abuse prevention educator. In 2011, I founded Touch the Rebellion Incorporated, a nonprofit that teaches child sexual abuse prevention. We make the public aware of the prevalence of child sexual abuse in all communities and teach preventative measures against it. You can bring up that first slide, can you, fool? I am also known as, so I named myself, the Change Maker, Martine Malivers, AKA the Change Maker. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm trying to get my screen together. Okay, and my purpose is to gain consensus, my goal is to get that word right, to gain consensus in identifying toxic cultural norms and replacing them with new healthy norms through creative and engaging programming for the betterment of society. So most of my sessions are set up like this, where I present a toxic norm on the left side of my slide, and then the change I would like to see on the right side of my slide. Okay, so during part one, we explored how frequently the average person fails to keep their word and why. We used the popular concept of the New Year's resolution as an example. And here is a statistic on New Year's resolutions. Less than 50% of people who set New Year's resolutions are actually successful in keeping them by mid-year, and that number drops to less than 10% by the end of the year. So 50% of them keep it, about 50% mid-year. By the end of the year, only 9% do. So the change I would like to see, because I believe that this is based on being impeccable with your word to yourself. Okay, any type of goal setting, I believe that is the basis. So I'd like to see a cultural shift in preserving the integrity of giving one's word and the regular promotion of self-honor and regard, especially when it comes to being impeccable with your word to yourself. Because if you can't keep your word to yourself, how you gonna, can't keep your word to anybody, really. We can go to slide 3, please. So part one, we learned that the phrase, "put your money where your mouth is," was coined in an attempt for society to maintain the integrity of the word. So they were starting to see that people weren't keeping their word, so they came up with a bunch of phrases, which in this little word collage, they're here if you guys want to read those. We learned that the phrase, "my word is my bond," which is used is a popular word in urban culture, was actually used back in the day to bind contracts before the signature became a thing. We talked about the consequences and impact of not honoring our words, such as lack of trust, poor reputation, and setting a precedent of not being taken seriously. And we broke down the complexities of commitment and identified ways to begin being impeccable with our word. We even looked at what that looks like in the woo space. What's the integrity in the woo space? And we tried to boost that up. By the way, we talked about a lot that day. We unpacked a lot in the woo space, talking about like accepting offers and things like that. Has anyone in the community thought of that? Has anyone in the community adjusted their behaviors when it comes to their integrity? Did anybody self-reflect and say, hey, you know what? I accepted an offer and I never claimed it, and then change that moving forward? Anybody? Nope. Well, I did. After the session, I thought about a couple times where it wasn't only me, maybe collectively, the back and forth communication, trying to schedule. What I did was go back and make sure that anybody who claimed an offer, or that we didn't get it together because of scheduling, I went back and made sure that I reached back out to those people. I also tried to make sure that my slides were in on time. And yesterday I was so tired. I said, I cannot come into this space without being impeccable with my own word. If this is what I'm trying to pitch to you guys, right? I have to be impeccable with my own word. And I recorded because the WU facilitators, we have the choice of recording a promo video. And I always say yes, and I usually do it, but the past couple sessions, I haven't done it. So I made sure to do that before I went to bed last night, looking busted. Go look at it on the Facebook page. You can bring up the next slide. Okay, we explored how common it is to go against one's word in American society. And we examined the success rate of keeping New Year's resolutions. And people did a poll, and these are the results. Okay, so the percentage of people who stuck to resolutions after 1 week was 75%. That drops down to 64% after 4 weeks, down to 46% between 8 weeks and 6 months. So that's that 50% at mid-year they were talking about, and then drops down to 9% after the year. Only 9% of people keep their New Year's resolutions according to that study. So that is something that I would like to see change. And I believe that starts with commitment to self. So I'd like to check in with you guys. We're going to do the poll at this time. So this is a 7-question poll, should be quick. Put the info in the chat. So please, guys, so we can get some live numbers, let us know where the community stands. Last time you guys took the poll, the numbers were pretty good, right? But it was also, I think we were in January. So now that some time has passed, anybody who's made New Year's resolutions, have you stuck with them? That's what the poll is going to ask. Have you broken your word in general? And what about your goals and your goal setting? Are you having trouble in those areas? So let's take a few minutes to fill that out. And for whoever can't, you can communicate with us in the chat. The first question I'm asking is, have you broken your word to someone, including yourself, in the last 5 days? Did you make any New Year's resolutions this year? Are there any you were unable to keep? So you don't have to, if you can't do the poll, you can just talk about it in the chat. You don't have to keep up with the questions. Have you set any goals recently that you were unable to keep? What barriers to achieving your resolutions or goals have you identified? And would you like information on a goal setting workshop that uses the plan from ahead method? And then just asking you to, if you're interested in that, to provide me with your name, email address, and phone number. So if you want to do that in the chat, you can also message that to me privately. So we'll give about 4 minutes for that. Kenyofu, think that's enough?
Probably that's too much.
That's too much? So come on, guide me.
It was a quick poll, so maybe 2 minutes. So
2 minutes.
another minute left.
Okay.
You don't have a way of seeing how many people did the poll, right? Maybe,
Yeah, I do.
you do, okay. So it's 27 people here.
Okay, let me check in with you guys. So while I'm doing that, I want to ask you if you have identified any barriers to keeping your New Year's resolutions or your goals. Anybody want to share? And by the way, hello, good morning. Let me just say, by the way, you said 27 people. I have 12 responses. So come on, people, we can do better than that.
Good morning,
Hi,
Martine. This is
good
Jackie.
morning. Hey, Jackie.
Yeah, the external just, oh God, I have a lot of external distractions right now because of the kitchen rental that dragged on for almost 2 months now. Today should be the last day, I hope. I have not been able to sit down and write or do anything and focus because I have to keep running back behind these contractors who want to have, I don't say, well, let me not say it like that. I had to supervise. And, and then I had the internal chatter in my head. Like, it's just a lot of stuff going on. I woke up this morning and it's like, my mind is racing and going crazy. I'm like, what the heck is happening to me? So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on and I'm complete.
Okay, so the barrier you identify are distractions. And there's
Yes.
so it's a lot of distractions. It sounds like you don't really have control over those distractions, right?
I don't have control over the external ones like the contractors and stuff, and my husband calling me down every 10 minutes to check something out. But I have, when they're gone, I have it, but I'm just so pissed off and angry by then that I don't do it.
But then too, distractions is a big one, especially distractions we can control. I know one of my distractions used to be that social media, especially because I always make the excuse, oh, I'm trying to lift my spirits and I'm watching funny videos and stuff. But you know, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, sometimes that's a rabbit hole. It's like one video after the other, after the other, after the other, right? So that could
I do
be
that sometimes. I do that sometimes. I did find that I was more productive when I cut back on it. I had to actually delete the apps to do it. And then I put them back on.
People laugh at me all the time because I'm like, I'm not on my WhatsApp phone, all these WhatsApp groups, right? They're like, what's a WhatsApp phone? It's my Wi-Fi phone, really. So TikTok, WhatsApp, all those distracting apps are on the Wi-Fi phone, and the only one that I keep, especially because we do a lot of business over Facebook and Instagram. Facebook and Instagram was on my phone. So that's one of the ways that I got over that barrier. But that's a good one. Distractions, definitely. Anybody else want to share?
Yes, hi, good morning. Hi, Sister Martine. How you
Good
doing,
morning.
beautiful?
Good morning.
This is Teresa. I started a new job and one of my jobs is to do like writing. And I've been working on the same product, the same article for like almost 2 weeks. And it's just driving me crazy because I don't know how many times I've read it and I'm still seem like I'm like I have a block with it. And I was up late last night working on it and I'm gonna start again when I finish with y'all writing on it. But I'm just wondering like what happened, because before I was writing articles and they were just coming to me, but it's like and I have to write another one after that. And so I just like I said, I was just feeling some kind of ill will, maybe I need to quit. And I'm like, Teresa, shut up. You ain't quitting your damn job, get yourself together. But I just feel like because of being in such a committed place, because I have not worked there a long time, I just feel like my old thinking about just giving up is like really riding me, and I have to kind of ignore it. No, I am ignoring it, but it is challenging because it's like in my head. I was even saying last night, Teresa, you can't do the job. You're just not qualified, and but it's just me, and I'm like how do I get that voice out of my head because I know I can do it. It's just that the last couple of weeks has just been kind of challenged. And I don't really feel like my boss or anybody. I feel a little pressure in some areas, but I just feel like um, just finding who I am in this place is more important than me listening to what other people are saying. But I do believe that, because one of my coworkers, made a statement to me, and maybe that statement is like in my head, subconsciously, and I'm not. That could be it too. But I just feel like this is going to change my life, and I just have to fight whatever, fight past it because I don't want to miss what Spirit is taking me, and my life will change because of this. So it's a fight, and I'm complete.
That's real. I thank you so much for your share because so what I heard was blockages,
Hmm.
like sometimes we get writer's block, right? Creative blockages, and then self-doubt. That's huge. That's huge. And I don't even think that we take goal setting seriously enough. We take our New Year's resolution seriously enough to really dive into why it is we are not keeping our word to ourselves, right? Self-doubt is a huge one. That's huge. You have to change your mindset, right? You have to be in a space to be able to attain a goal that's far out of your reach. So thank you so much for bringing that into the space, and we're gonna talk about that. So
Martine, there are a few comments in the chat. Would you like me to read them?
I'm reading them now. Just want to put the chat in one more time and let y'all know that 16 responses. I don't know if people are at work or whatever, but while I go over these comments in the chat, I want just to invite you guys to fill out the form. Just get at least help me get to 20 at least. That's all I'm asking for. So Caroline says, although I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, but am working to stay on good eating path and working out, I would like a plan. I would like a plan from a head workshop. Thank
Martine, I can read them for you.
you. Sure.
All right. I'm a little earlier in the chat. So Candace says, resistance is always present. Time is limited for all the goals. Yes, so I'm there with you, Candace. There's a lot of things happening. A lot of things to do. Kaisha is in Facebook and she shares, I sent an email to a regular facilitator with whom I am in a separate group with, that since I'm committed to the group, I will be accountable and submit assignments from a previous session. I asked this facilitator for assistance with the assignment while explaining what is holding me back. Okay, and Z says, that's an idea to consider. I'm having that challenge working with myself, Teresa. And Zakia says, I stopped making New Year's resolutions years ago. I was never able to keep them. Jacqueline agrees with Candace. That's the fact that sometimes paralyzes me. I'm trying to get into the satisfaction of feeling achieving the goal to help me get ready for the accomplishments. Oh, you did read that. All right.
And Candace said it's hard to change. It absolutely is. So hopefully for you guys who, have that burning desire to change, I have a solution for you. That's what I'm proposing at the end of the day. All right, we have 16 responses. First question, have you broken your word to someone, including yourself, in the last 5 days? 56.3 of you guys say yes. You have broken your word to someone, including yourself, in the last 5 days. Did you make any New Year's resolutions this year? 37.5% of you did. 62.5 did not. Are there any you were unable to keep? 50% of you said yes. Have you set any goals recently that you were unable to keep? So let me be clear, because that question populated. So are there any you were unable to keep? That question only populates if you said yes, you did make New Year's resolutions. So 50% of the people who made New Year's resolutions, at 35.3, 50% of them said yes, they were not able to keep. So 50% of them were able to keep. So you guys are actually in the woo space better than the poll that I showed you earlier. Have you set any goals recently that you were unable to keep? 66.7% of you said yes. And that I expected that honestly in the woo space. I expected people to be like, I don't subscribe to New Year's resolutions, but I know that we are goal-oriented people here. So 66, almost 67% of you were not able to maintain your goals. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys a glimpse of what this looks like in the woo space, in the space that we're at. Okay, and with that, let me just bring all my stuff back up. Kenyofu, we can go to the next slide. Unless anybody else has a burning share. Kenyofu, you with me? Okay, so we talked about barriers. I really want to talk about some common pitfalls. When you set goals, you have to check in. You have to really analyze your goals. Okay, is your goal realistic? Are you setting too many goals? Are your goals vague? Do you have the time and resources to accomplish this goal? Do you have the resilience and discipline to accomplish this goal? And if the answers to these are no, it's not like it's hopeless, it's identifying the pitfalls and the barriers so we can do something about it, okay? So even though we're talking about lack, this is not low vibration. We're identifying so that we can do something about it. Do you lack conviction, motivation, interest? Sometimes we set goals just because it's popular, it's a fad right now. Are you spiritually connected to this goal? Do you have accountability measures in place? That's big, right? Do you have check-ins? Do you track your progress? Because if you're only focusing on where you're failing, that's not an environment to thrive. So are you celebrating the small wins, right? Because accomplishing the goal is winning the war. The milestones to get to there are small battles. So if you win a battle, you need to congratulate yourself so that, you know, again, you're creating an environment to thrive. All right. And also, are you leaving room for error and for tweaking? Does this resonate with any of y'all? Anybody want to share based off of these common pitfalls?
Yes, 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 yes.
Come on.
I say yes.
And I say, come on. You want to share, or you just saying yes?
I was saying yes because when you said, are you spiritually committed? That was so deep. I was like, my goodness, that took you to a whole nother level looking at stuff.
And this is what I'm saying. Like we set goals aimlessly. We don't even think about these things. We're not taught to think about these things. And I can only come to y'all with this session first and foremost, because I was like, who am I to sit and tell people about goal setting or even have a workshop on goal setting when I'm not good at accomplishing my goals, right? But that's where the meat of this comes from, right? My mother always told me, when you want to do something, you refer to the expert, but you also refer to the person who failed, because you need to know what not to do as well. There is so much in experience, right? So much wisdom in experience, especially from a person who's willing to tell you where they failed. That's golden. So that's what all of this is based on, okay? And then I also looked at common goal setting methods, and I felt like there was something missing. So being spiritually connected and keeping your word to yourself are really, really, really big things, running themes in my way of setting goals. Anybody else? Any of these pitfalls resonate with you? And if you could help me, Kenyofu, because I can't see hands. Okay. Doreen, good morning.
Good morning. Hi. Yes, well, some of my challenges, for lack of a better word, probably all of those that was on that list, but one that stuck out more so is like having so many goals. Because I think about, okay, this is good, I should do this, and then another thing, and then it's like, which one first? So prioritizing them, and then I then finally setting it out. Like after finally figuring out, okay, I need to do this one, then I just peter out. I go, okay, I'm too exhausted now to even start on that because I don't know where to begin with that one project.
Yes, yes, that's major. You know, setting goals, that shows that you are ambitious and motivated. The more goals you set, the better, right? And wrong. Then do those goals relate to each other? Is this goal all the way over here and that one's all the way over there? And you can't, now you have to spread yourself that thin to attain both of them. So the word you used was prioritize. That is very, very important. Prioritize your goals. What is important for right now? What is important? What can I do? Because something may be important, but I'm not able to do it right now. So I'm going to put it over here on the back burner, but just for a little while until I can accomplish these or until I can modify my lifestyle to be able to attain that goal. Right? I don't know. Nobody taught me these things. I don't know. These are new ideas for me. Anybody else? Any other hands, Kenyofu?
No other hands.
Okay.
Can I just share this book I was reading? I want to share this book. The book is called Eat the Frog. It's by let me see his name again. Hold on. By Mr. Tracy. And what he talked, his name is Brian Tracy, and he was just talking about something called Eat the Frog. And what he was saying is that the reason why people are suffering is because they won't eat the frog. And what he mean by is deal with the most complicated problem. But he shows you a tool how to deal with it. And it's really a really, really great book. That's been really helping me a lot. And it just helps you get your mind focused and, not beat yourself up, but it's really a good book called Eat the Frog. So I'm going to put it in the chat.
In the chat. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Kenyofu. Oh.
Yep, Anna Palmer, and then we have some comments in the thread.
Beautiful. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning. I got on a little late, so I had to catch up. But with your first question, one of the barriers that I find is listening to other people's opinion and letting it influence me about what I want to do. So then it's like a waste of time because I get conflicted when I hear too many other opinions. But I'm learning to follow my heart because that's what is really important, and stop trying to get other people's validation of what you want. Because sometimes they'll tell you not to do it because they don't have the ability to do it. But that doesn't mean that you can't do it. So keeping out the naysayers or the negative, that's been a barrier. Time management sometimes is a barrier, not like she mentioned, prioritizing and getting distracted and jumping from one thing to another thing. And like Teresa said, not staying focused on your goal or your task. And there was one more thing about that I would say about having too many goals. Mm-hmm. And juggling, trying to take on more than you can chew. And then it gets overwhelming.
Absolutely. And what you said was huge. The naysayers, the people that you surround yourself with, the people that you tell about your goals, you got to be discerning. That definitely is huge. People will kick your back in and discourage you, and you just abandon that goal. We're going to talk about that a little later too. So thank you so much for your share.
I'm complete. Thank you.
This is a share from Facebook from Kaika. She says, I set a goal to begin my grief support group in March. I did not begin preparing for it until it was announced on Sunday, and the group will start in 2 weeks. It took 4 people to hold me accountable for me to begin preparing for this group.
Loving these shares, accountability partners, and the people you surround yourself with are so important. They really are. That was it, Kenyofu?
There's some side conversations, some acknowledgements. Candace says, you have to navigate yourself first and foremost. And Jacqueline says, attitude is everything with me right now. I have a poor attitude. Doreen says, we know there are also so many schools of thought on how to do a thing to be successful.
Yes, there are a lot of stuff to refer to, a lot of stuff that may or may not work, but I have a school of thought.
I'm sorry, Candace came off of mute. I suspect she wants to.
Good morning, sis. So blessed to have you here. See you. Listen, I have a very little time, but I wanted to say we have to navigate the naysayers within ourselves because we sometimes internalize the opposition is within. And because we've internalized it so, we don't realize that we're the ones telling ourselves no. Who's to stop you from meeting any goal that you want to meet? No one. No one. So navigate yourself and make sure you're on your side, your own side. You don't, yes, you need support, but it's you that needs to step out on that adventure of getting to where you want to go. I am complete.
Ashe. And when you feel that way, right, you're gonna attract it, right? So you're already self-doubting, naysaying. All you're gonna attract are naysayers. Absolutely. We're gonna get into all of that. Thank you for your share. All right, if there's no more, we can go on to the next slide. We're about to go deep into part 2 and talk about cutting your steak, breaking your goals down into actionable, manageable, and attainable steps. But the first thing you have to do is pick your steak, right? You're gonna choose your cut, the flavor that you're looking for, and then you're gonna cook your steak. Let it rest for about 5 minutes before you cut into it. And that's what we're about to do starting now, okay? In part 1, we learned the concept of planning from ahead. I know you guys have heard to plan ahead. You've been advised your whole lives to plan ahead, right? Which simply means to see the bigger picture and plan from now until you reach that bigger picture. Make provisions for the future. But planning from ahead is a little bit different. It's all about starting the planning process from the end goal. So last session in part 1, Teresa sat in the hot seat and walked us through her goal of creating an NFT. She shared what the goal means to her, what it would look like to actually achieve it, what it looks like, tastes like, feels like, smells like, and how it would impact her and the world around her. Does anybody remember how we tackled that? We had her sit and close her eyes and talk about that goal. So I would like to work with as many of you as I can and try using this process to see how it resonates with you guys. We're gonna plan from ahead. So you guys can raise your hands, whoever's first, whoever raises their hand first, your digital hand, we can go first. And I just want you to tell me about a goal that you've been trying to set, either trying to set, you set, and you've never attempted to accomplish the goal, you attempted and you failed. Anybody who's really passionate about this?
Okay, so Teresa has a hand up. Before we go there, let me read some of the comments. Carolyn Austin says, sometimes not knowing where to start or how to do a thing, but committing to things, a project, can be hindering. And Mama Amal says, yes, my sisters, I hear you said it. Z says, that is right on time for me, Martine. Thank you. And thank you, Wu, for providing the platform of this and this space. And we also have Mama Amal's hand up. So we can work with Teresa and then Mama Amal.
Okay.
I'm still here long. Thank you for reminding me of that, because that's what my problem is. I have been so busy working on my job stuff that I have not been working on my stuff. And so that hit me when you said it. So I'm gonna work on my stuff today. I actually have two things I'm gonna work on. I'm working on my book, and I'm gonna work on working on my NFT, because I've been so busy working that I have forgotten about me. And I thank you, baby. Thank you for reminding me of that.
You're
Have a great
welcome. You're
appreciate
welcome. Mama.
All right, I have to maneuver this doggone phone. Okay, so my goal is to move myself lock, stock, and barrel onto the place where I want to spend the rest of my life, theoretically. It is mainly farmland, but we call it Beulah land. It's 4,000 acres of farms and not farms, of grazing and fisheries and cattle, and my church owns it. And I want to put a plot there and put a house on it. And that is so far beyond what I think. So it's monumental for me. I know. I figured
We're gonna manifest some things. Come on, you in the space for me.
I
Speak
got
on it.
you. Go,
Yes. Okay. So what I need for you to do is to turn all that and pay attention, everybody, because whoever goes next, this is what you have to do. You're gonna talk it out, right? But I need you to turn it into an I statement and make it in the now. Not I will.
I am.
I am. I have. Exactly.
Right. Hold on. Go ahead. I'm listening.
All right. No, we're waiting on. Can you bring up the slide one more time, Pinyofu? Just for a second. I just want her to see it. Okay, so we are planning from ahead. What is your end goal? What is the achievement? Turn that into an I statement.
Can I say what I see? What I visualize is a community of brothers and sisters. And it would be just a small, on the 4,000 acres, it would just be maybe 500 acres of people in my age group. I can see it in a circle. I can see my house is here. My next neighbor's house is maybe 100 feet to my right or to my left, and we're arranged in a circle where our backyard is seen in. I can see my neighbor's yard, my neighbor's front back door. And in the circle that is formed, there is a huge fire pit. There are benches and what else would be back there? Picnic tables, to where maybe one day or maybe 2 days out of the month, we come together with a potluck and we play and we just have conversations. We have communities like this where we raise our spirit. We have a library. I can actually visualize it, and I'm visualizing my little house, just a cute little house.
Okay. Let me stop you, Mama, because what we need to do is be able to come up with a short statement that embodies all of that. So what is this to you? Okay, I can give you an idea, and I'm just giving you an idea. This to me sounds like a retirement oasis. Okay. What is it? You can use that if you want. I'm just offering. I'm just trying to.
Why not use? Maybe a retirement community of like-minded people.
Okay. So this is Mama Amal's community, retirement community of like-minded people?
Yes.
Okay. So create the I statement. You have it.
I
created it.
Say again.
What's your I statement? I have it. I created it.
Okay. I am a member of the Isoke retirement community in Abbeville.
Hold on, man. Where did that come from? You better come with it. Isoke?
Isoke, that's my partner. She and I were going to do this together, and we got to a point where we were almost ready to leave, and then she died on me. And
Well,
my
now
plan
you're
is
going to honor her by naming it after her.
that's
This
absolutely
is what
correct.
I'm talking about. Come on now. I am a member of the Isoke. Spell Isoke for me. Let's speak her name. Into the...
I-S as in Sam, O-K as in Kenneth, E.
Okay. I am a member of the Isoke
Retirement Village.
Retirement Village
Yes. In Abbeville, South Carolina.
oh, I love it. Yes,
I
say
do
where it
too.
is.
Ooh, that just resonates with me, girl.
All right. Okay. So we are going to, you're going to close your eyes, right? Because we're going to imagine if you actually accomplish this goal. So I want you to say,
I am going to accomplish it.
your I statement, right? Okay, we are at the finish line. We are there. This retirement village is in existence. So your I statement is, I am a member of the Isoke Retirement Village in Abbeville, South Carolina. Say it, and then tell us what it tastes like, what it feels like, what it smells like. Come on.
I am a member of the Isoke Retirement Village in Abbeville, South Carolina. When I look out on the horizon, I see fruit trees. I see brothers and sisters milling, taking care of their lawn, planting flowers. Oh my God. I see a clubhouse or main edifice where we play cards. How about some good old bid whist? We play cards. We have meditation. We do yoga. Oh my gosh. In that same building, I see the library with spiritual books and adventure books and classrooms where we're still learning, where we have not stopped learning. And I am a member of that community. And okay, and how about church? That we have there's already a sanctuary available there, and it's close by, and it is nothing for us, even though we're aging, to walk over to the sanctuary for Sunday service. We call it Karamu Festival.
All right. What impact does this have on your life?
Oh my goodness, it's got my heart palpitating, because when Isoke died, it was like, what am I gonna do? I've got to do something, and this does help me.
How does it help you? How does it impact you personally? What changed in your life as a result of moving here?
Okay. When the beginning, when Isoke and I started talking about this, we had gotten some members of the church involved as well. And we would have every Monday, we would get together and talk about what it would look like, how we would accomplish it, doing a co-op. And some of the questions that came up was, how are we going to fund it? And when she passed, I stopped those. We don't do those anymore. So even though I'm still in conversation with people and there are other people who are interested, we don't come together anymore. So that, and it was deflating. I keep saying, I know I've got to do this because people now are relying on me. And people are pushing me, saying, we can do this. Come on, Mama, when are we going to do another?
Let me reel you in, Mama. Let me reel you in. It's done. Close your eyes again. It's done, right? You are there. We're not worrying about none of that planning stuff because it's done.
Okay.
How has that changed your life? How has that impacted you being in that space? How has that impacted you?
So how about less gray hairs?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, a peaceful environment. A space where I can meditate and just feel safe because I'm surrounded by my church members. We worked hard to get Beulah Land, so to be on it is like being in let's see, paradise, if you will, or in a biblical kind of connotation where like Moses went in and was that Moses? That wasn't Moses. That was I forgot which character in the Bible went in and saw the promised land. That's what I'm trying to say. It's the promised land where we grow our own food and we have our own cattle for those of us that eat meat, where we can go fish in our own fishing, where everything we need is there.
So you're healthier, you're happier, you have more autonomy.
that fresh country air, girl.
What's the impact on your family? Because they could have put you in Shady Pines. What's the impact on your family?
I'll probably bury them before they bury me, girl. Because sister be strong like wood. But my eldest daughter has a mother-in-law who lives in Montgomery, Alabama, and that is not too far from where I am. So when they come down, they can come and visit me. My youngest daughter can come and even stay with me if she'd like. You know, it's just yeah. Or anyone
Well,
else
that's
who
a
wants to come and
positive,
stay.
right? What about the world? How's the world impacted by this?
We are a Black community. We are a Black African-centered community. For us to purchase and live on the land that we purchased, creating a city, for the impact on the world, especially the Black world as well, and the non-Black world, seeing that yes, we are a people that can do something like that. It creates possibility for any of us to come together and create a community like that. And those that were created like that in the past were destroyed by those that did not want us to know that we had that capability. I'm saying that we are going to survive that. We are going to create it, and we are going to survive it, and we'll be a beacon and an example of what we as Black people can do.
Ashe, I believe you. I believe you.
Believe it,
You
girl.
see, now have you
Believe
ever
it.
thought of any of your goals like this before? This is how serious we have to take this. We don't do this. Okay, so now we're gonna, because we're planning from ahead, right? So you're there, it's done. How did you get there? What milestones? So in this method, we're going from the day that it is done to the day before to the day before that.
I got
And
that.
that's how we're gonna set our goals. Exactly. So this session, this is gonna take a lot of thinking, but just think about one step that you had to do before you got there.
That would be something I'd have to put down on paper. Okay, wait a minute. I will come from my walk to that. I can't hear you, babe.
But not today. You had to find the land, right?
We got the land.
Right, but I'm saying.
Oh, the plot.
Right. So that's a
right.
milestone that you had to reach before you got there.
Well,
right?
I got that. We reached that.
Oh, you reached that now, you're saying?
Yeah, that's
okay.
We already. We have the plot. We had ordered the house.
We were still in.
We had gotten so close.
Visualization mode. Okay.
We had gotten so close. We had the land, the stone foundation. The septic tank is already there. The well is there. Yeah, we had gotten that far. And
okay,
then,
so let's go from there to the end goal. What's in between?
Okay, so from there, I need to order my house. So I'm going to do a manufactured home. It usually takes about 8 months to a year to get, but I have to raise the money to put down on the house so that it can get started. I can get the funding because I've got good credit. And actually, and I've got a lot of support. You know what? Actually, this is actually simpler than I thought it would be. Because all I have to do is go ahead and get everything moving. Because I got a lot of support from my church members. Because once I do it, then they could do it.
But I'm telling you, there's something different about planning from ahead. It feels different. I feel like you cover more bases. You're going to hit all your milestones. So look at it that way, right? Yeah. But let me ask you. So we talked about earlier, naysayers, self-doubt, all of these things. I'm really big on creating an environment that is conducive to accomplishing goals, an environment that you can thrive in. So let's talk about, and before we get into that, because it's 6:54, let me just do this before we get into that. And I just want to thank everybody who's been here who I'm sorry, 6:54 my time, 7:54 most of your time. But thank everybody who came and hung out with me, anybody who needs to leave. My information, Kenyofu's gonna put it in the chat. Please come back and watch the rest of the playback if you have to leave, and get the information. And remember that there's a part 1 as well. Thank you so much for spending your morning with me. Have a great day and be safe. All right, that business is done. So let's talk about basic needs for a minute, because these are things that we don't consider when we talk about setting goals. We don't, and they're so important. Basic needs. Mama, are you getting enough sleep?
Well, since I don't work, I go to bed around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'm up at 4:45, 5:45. During the day, I'll look at television, and the television is looking at me, so I get naps in the day. So
Okay.
I would say yes.
Okay. So the others who are on the call, make sure that you're paying attention to these things, right? Because these are important. If you're not sleeping well, you can't be rational, you're not energized. Are you eating well, mama? You get enough energy to do what you need to do from your food and rest.
Yes, I would say I am. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And there's always room for improvement, but I think basically for a 78-year-old gal, I'm doing pretty good.
Yes.
Energy-wise.
Attest to that. Resources. Do you have the money that you need, the supplies that you need to attain this goal? You already said you have good credit. Is there anything else that you need?
I needed probably another income in order to get this done within the 2-year period that I'm looking at. Maybe, but I'm working really hard on my credit, getting my finances down so that the money that does come in, I'm able to put it somewhere, because I do some investing as well, and be able to put it where it's doing the best good. But you know what? I'm not really worried about it. I am putting money into funds and Bitcoin, and I'm just telling Spirit, you just handle it. So that's where I stand with that. You know what? I'm just going to stay right in it now, right here. Bam. As I'm walking, I watch my spending. Whatever I can put up, I put up into various funds, and that's where I am. And keep meditating and just knowing that, inshallah, it will be mine or not, and that is up to God. But I don't see it not happening. I really don't.
All right, it's done. It is done. Okay, let's move on to relationships.
Oh, shoot.
Do you have strong and healthy relationships? Honest support and encouragement. Does your family support you?
Yeah. You hear my daughter saying, heck yeah.
Yes, daughter, we hear you. Yes, beautiful. Because that's important.
Yeah.
Good morning. Are you communicating authentically with your daughter?
Yeah. Am I? Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Always have.
All yeses. Beautiful. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that you can actually make this happen?
Girl, listen, some of the things that I said that I wanted to do in my life that I got to do that was outrageous, I would say yes. Like moving to a different country and living for a while, I did that. I kept saying, oh, I really want to go to such and such a place and such. And I did it. And I'm telling you, when thinking back in retrospect, it's amazing to me but it makes me know that whatever Spirit has for me is for me. I don't get waylaid if something that I want to do doesn't happen, because it's Creator is in charge. And if it's something for the biggest good for the most people, then it'll happen for me. And if it's not, then that's fine. Give me something else, Lord. What else you want me to do? Because I'm ready.
Thank you, Mama. How do you feel? How did you feel doing this exercise? Did it change anything for you? Are you going to do anything differently moving forward?
Sometimes when it seems like nothing is happening, what this exercise did for me is making me understand that even if I'm not actually seeing stuff happening or knowing that the steps that I've taken are going to be what I need to in order to make that move, with the visualization of what I see, seeing it happening, it makes me know that stay in the now. Don't don't look too far ahead about whether or not what you're doing is effective. Just keep doing what you're doing, and just know that if it's inshallah, it is inshallah. It is mashallah. That's Arabic. Z knows what that means.
Ashe, Ashe. Okay, great. So we look forward,
Hey,
I plan
when
to
I do,
retire early.
you do. When I do, we're gonna have a party at my house, honey. So
Okay.
y'all get ready
I'm
to
gonna
travel
come to
down
the
to
party.
South
I'm gonna
Carolina.
come visit. I'm not gonna come live with y'all because I'm probably gonna be a little bit too turned up. Y'all want to relax and all that kind of stuff. So maybe later,
Well,
but
I'm
I
not
will
saying come
definitely
and
come
live. I'm
visit.
saying come visit, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for your share, Mama.
You are quite welcome, honey.
Anybody else? Who's next? Come on, let's do this work this morning and manifest some things.
Nobody's hand is up now, and maybe Jacqueline. She has listed a bunch of accomplishments.
Come
Good
on,
morning.
Jackie.
Well, I'm struggling. But doing that with mother-in-law, thinking about her steps and where she, going backwards, helped me to sit down and actually write down what it would look like for me going backwards. So, and I've done this with Kenyofu before, to visualize myself walking across that stage with my doctoral gown on in Chicago.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
let me say something too, because a lot of Woo sessions helped me to put this all together, because it was like, so scattered, and I was so passionate about it, and it was so crazy. From January, there was just like session after session after session where I could pull from. And one of the sessions that I pulled from was Sister Zariah's session, where she talked about visualizing and choreographing, right? So for you, listen, we're putting you in the hot seat, Jackie. You can run, but you can't.
I already did that last week. I was dancing. I know exactly. I was hearing music in the streets, and I'm walking down towards the podium. I'm not coming on camera. I look like a hot mess. I'm not dressed or nothing.
Don't come on camera. Okay.
But I visualize myself with one of my favorite songs in my head, walking down and dancing to that stage. And I know I'm gonna look crazy because everybody else is gonna be doing that pomp and circumstance, but I'm gonna be dancing. I'm gonna spin and dance my way to that stage.
Exactly. You gotta work on that strut. How you
I already know how I'm gonna do it. I was doing it last week, and I was like, okay, but now it's time to do the work. I gotta go backwards, and I have to get to Chicago, and so the next step, I put it all in the chat, all of my steps, and I took a screenshot of it so that I can go sit down and get some work done.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, and I'm complete because I've been working with y'all for probably a year now, so I need to just do it.
All right, we're here for it. All right, I'm gonna call people out. First person on my screen, and I know she has a goal, is Anna Palmer. Come on and play with me, Anna. Shoot, I'm always overtime. Can you believe it? If we end now, this would be monumental for me. Come on. A little challenge.
Oh, wow. I knew you was gonna call me. Well, I had a few goals, but the one that had to take priority was my health. So I've been dealing with a health challenge, and so I said, I really need to write it out because I've been living it out and I've been doing it, but I didn't write it down, which is important to achieve your goals, is writing it down. And that's the way I even study, is whatever I read, I take notes and I write it down because it gets in my head when I write it down. So I'm visualizing myself in optimum health with God's assistance. I've been studying nutrition and learning more on how the body operates, first of all, because you can't try to correct something that you don't know how it works. So with my health challenge, that's what I've been doing, and I'm looking for a nutritional program, even though I've been studying nutrition on my own, I wanted some kind of credential so that we don't need it, but in this society, it's like people don't want to listen to you if you don't have some kind of credentials, which is unfortunate because wisdom and knowledge doesn't have to be validated with a piece of paper. But this society, for some reason, puts a lot of focus on that. So I'm
Well,
looking
you're in the right place. I mean, I'm
Right.
hearing that there's that Anna Palmer's gonna facilitate a woo session soon.
Well,
because I know I don't have any credentials, and I was pushed. They looked at me like, "What, ma'am? You have experience, don't you? You have passion. That's all you need to come in and talk about something
Yes.
on this program."
But because I have the passion, I want to go further in knowledge of it. So I'm looking for a program. So what I did when I had my blood work done, they diagnosed me with leukemia. I've been studying the disease first. So what is going on in my body to try to understand what is happening. So having a health and wellness plan, but getting to optimum health, you have to know where you're at first and where you want to go. So that is
So that's
the
what I was going to
intention.
ask. And if you're comfortable to share, what are your health challenges?
Okay, because of the illness, I was having a lot of pain in my bones. My immune system was dropping. My white blood cells were dying off, leaving me open to many infections. But then when I found out that if you are in homeostasis in regard to your pH level, your body, no virus or bacteria could thrive in your body if your pH level is at 7.25 to 7.35. So my immune system had went down to zero, my white blood cells, but that was because of the chemo, because of the treatment that they were giving me. It mimicked exactly what the disease would do, which I didn't understand. Why would they choose a treatment like that? But they're saying that's all that they have. So I've been studying on that. So if your pH level, because I was dealing with a lot of infections. So pain in the bones, infections, the infections can kill you faster than anything else. So the defenses we have natural defenses and our body will naturally heal and correct itself. I had found out a medication that I was on caused the condition to drop my white blood cells. And these drugs that they give us have these side effects on our bodies. They were overloading my body with drugs and my kidney function was depleting. I was on third level kidney failure, but I always had kidney problems because I had toxemia during pregnancy 28 years ago. So my kidneys were failing then, but they don't tell you that when you get to a third level kidney failure, that you should be on a renal diet. They wait till you get to stage 5 to tell you about a renal diet. So you can heal your kidney. Your body can regenerate itself if you give it the proper nutrition. And so when I started weaning myself off those drugs, my kidneys started to repair. When I realized I needed to be on a renal diet and to lighten up the load on my kidneys, my numbers went back up. They don't tell you that your kidneys can repair itself. So this is what I focus on. When I get my blood results, I study what those results are saying, because the blood is giving you like a full synopsis. It's showing you your health. But we don't know what those terms mean. So when I look it up, I Google it to find out what does it mean when this is low and this is high and this. They know, but they don't tell you. There's a lot of things they don't tell you. I've never heard a doctor tell me that if my pH level is on point, then I wouldn't have all these infections, you know, but they want you to stay sick. That's how they make their money off of you. You staying sick, because I've kept running to them to get the medication to survive. So they want to keep us dependent on them. But so having the knowledge, because our people, they perish due to lack of knowledge. That statement in the Bible is so true. And they withhold the information from us because then we need them. So I've gone through blood transfusions now and many infections, but now I'm becoming more alkaline with my diet, with my water, and understanding how the body fully functions. So
okay,
now,
Anna, let me stop you, because let's reel this back in now. You said a lot. That's a lot. So I hear that you seeking knowledge, but you have knowledge. You want control over your health. Let's come up with an I statement. What's the end goal?
I am going to bring my kidney function back to the normal stage 1 of kidney function. I've went from a 3 to a 2. And so now I know that my kidneys can improve. That's a goal. Number 1, get back to normalcy.
I statement, but we want it to be in the now. So how about you start with my kidney function is?
My kidney function is improving, and I am on stage 2 at this time. I will be on stage 1.
So my kidney function is stage 1.
My kidney function is stage 1. For ultimate health, my kidney is at stage 1. For ultimate health, I am at 7.32, and no virus or bacteria can thrive in my body. I am working on my bone health by taking calcium and vitamin D and vitamin C, and I'm starting to move more to fight the stiffness and most likely the osteoporosis that has developed in my body. Because
okay, wait, scale it back. So let's go back. My kidney function is stage 1, right? What did you say your pH is?
7.25.
7.25. Close your eyes. Breathe. That's where you are. That's what the numbers are right now.
Yes, that's
what does it feel like? What changed? What's the impact? Tell us about that. That your kidney function is stage 1, level 1, and your pH is 7.25.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
And I can function and move and not living in illness and sickness and disease and cleansing my body.
Be specific. What ailments don't you have anymore? What does your body feel like now?
It feels in homeostasis, in peace and in balance with the ultimate. That's what I believe, that when we get to that 7.35, we are in equilibrium with the higher power. And that's why nothing can flourish in your body. So I feel like I can function and be productive without constantly battling my illnesses. I joined the gym and the pain is now leaving my body. And I could stay focused on other things. The illness has been distracting from me achieving my goals.
Okay, so what are you able to do now that you couldn't do before?
Ooh.
Come on.
Walk without a walker. I've been walking with a walker because of the pain that I've been dealing with. And now I can move freely. I can help to educate others on how to improve their health. I could teach the children without being interrupted, because this illness had taken me away from dealing with my children, my grandchildren, because the immune system was so weak, I couldn't be around the children. And that was very painful for me. So these are goals so I can get back to working with the children and doing my work in the community and being fully functioning without being interrupted by illness constantly. So
your world, if anything, is going to be a better place. I hear the impact on you. I hear the impact on others. What about your family?
well, that is not being a burden on my family. I mean, through this illness, it's emotional because I've always been very independent and I've always helped others. And I had to deal with being the one that needs the help. So, but this journey has taught me a lot. And now I'm learning from this illness. I've learned so much. I wouldn't have studied so hard if my life wasn't on the line. I've learned so much, but I neglected my health in some ways and I depended on the doctors, and we can't depend on them because they'll just fill us up with drugs and it deteriorates and destroys the body. So now I'm depending on God and nutrition and support of people, positive people like the Wu Nation. And my spiritual level has increased. So thank you.
Ashe. Ashe. Now let me ask you this, because I'm a nurse, right? I'm taught a certain track. I'm supposed to stay on that track, right? A medical professional could be in here and say that your goals are unrealistic. Are your goals realistic?
Yes.
Oh, come on. I want you to think about it. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, realistic because I've seen the proof of it.
Okay. Do you have support? Does your family support you in these goals? Do you have accountability partners? Have you communicated authentically with your village and helping you to create a space? Have you created a space for when you accomplish this goal?
No, I haven't. I mean, I do have accountability partners. I call them my angels, that I talk to them very often and they encourage me. I don't know about providing a space.
Now, when I say that, I mean, maybe you need some new sneakers. Trade that walker in for some new sneakers. Make some space so you can manifest this really, really happening. That's what I mean by making space for, because that's something I feel like too, nobody tells us, right? And sometimes we accomplish our goals and it turns our life upside down because we were not ready. Our literal, maybe physical space was not ready for that goal to be accomplished, right? Yeah. Thank you so much for your share. Powerful share. You hit so many issues. We can't hear you, but you don't look like you're on mute.
Oh,
okay. I hear you now.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I signed up for the gym, but now what I'm trying to do is prepare for the life that I want. I've been around a lot of sick people. I have to go to the doctor like 2 times a week, 3 times a week. And what they had told me is, don't worry about your kidneys. We'll just send you to dialysis. That is not acceptable to me. I'm not looking forward to that next step of being dependent on them for me to live. So when they tell me that, so then you are preparing for my downslide. And I'm preparing for me to go up and you're preparing for me to go down. That is not acceptable. So that's why I was like, no, I'm protecting my kidneys. I'm not doing this like that, but that's what they're preparing us for, a grave. I'm not preparing for my grave. I'm preparing for life, and that's the mindset we need to get. Certain things we got to say, no, that's not acceptable for me. And I'm not going there.
Preparing to make you comfortable in the sick state, to keep you pain-free in the sick state. You're right. Jacqueline says we need to be in partnership with our health providers. When I go to my providers, we co-create my medical plans. That's so important because we're all individuals, okay? It's a messed up healthcare system, but it's a healthcare system full of individuals with different characteristics and different personalities. And I know a lot of doctors. Now, when you go to medical school, I told you, you have a track. You're not supposed to deviate from that track. I can't tell you to go out and get some leaves. That's not what I was taught. That's not under my scope, under my license, right? And I have to protect my license. So think about the doctors like this too. And I like to think about doctors and police the same way. You don't need them until you need them. You know, you might need that quick fix, that chemical pill. You understand what I mean? That could save your life possibly, where the route would take too long, right? So let me ask you this. Along with your doctors, do you have a holistic health practitioner?
I was looking for that person. No, not at this time, but
as a nurse, I implore all of you to do that, because you need both. You need that balance. You need that balance. And any doctor who's really for you getting better, because I love what you said, they planning for your downfall, right? Any doctor, no matter what, he will not entertain or lack of knowledge that he has, right? He is going to see you go up, and he will co-create with you. He will. If your doctor cares about you and you say, look, I'm taking this, then he's supposed to look it up, and he's supposed to say, well, I would not give you this, but he's also supposed to give you autonomy and work with you. So if your health practitioners are not doing that, you may need to switch. You may need to switch. Okay. So that's something I would tell all of you. Because as a nurse, I'm taught that I have to give y'all autonomy. I have to care about what you care about, right? I can try to persuade you to my way, but if not, I have to meet you in the middle ground. So make sure you have a care team that's definitely in alignment with your goals. Okay, we're at 8:20. Thank you so much for your share, and I appreciate you. Let's go to this last slide before we close out. I want to go over this slide and then take a quick share from somebody who maybe have just sat back and just watched. Let me know how you're feeling, what you think. So we talked about a lot. There's a lot. This is why this is going to be a workshop, because we can't do it all in one session, right? Oh, this is not the last slide, but I have 2 more slides. Okay, so these are goal boosters. All right, we talked about a lot of this. Get some sleep. Maintain a positive mindset. Okay, you need a good daily regimen. Give thanks. Affirmations. Sit and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am, I have, right? Your I statements. Choreograph what it feels like every morning, all right? Daily inspirations. I have a daily inspiration book every day. I get a good word. Commune with the accomplished. Okay, remember we talked about those naysayers? Okay, go away from them. Who has already done this? Okay, get with people who are going to fuel you and feed you, but also get with people who've already accomplished your goals or goals similar to them. Plan backwards, plan from ahead, just like you saw here today. Visualize it, speak it into existence, really take in what it would feel like if it was done. Not if it was done, when it is done, okay? Feel it, taste it, and then work backwards. Get, bring up your milestones, just small battles that you have to conquer from then all the way up until now. Vocalize it, mirror work. Meditate and manifest. Meditate on these goals. Again, that's what we're doing too. Like, we're in the woo space, but when you're by yourself, close your eyes and really see you achieving this goal. Get accountability partners. This is so important. So important. Piggyback off current habits, current good habits. Align everything, okay? So that your whole environment is conducive to accomplishing this goal. Create goal-friendly environments from your mental space to your physical space. Make sure that all these environments are conducive to accomplishing this goal. Make space for the impact and the accomplishment. Remember, what if it happens? What if it really happens? It's going to happen, right? So when it's done, are you ready? Do you have enough time? Do you have enough space? Do you have enough people? If we're manifesting it, we have to be ready for it. And then focus on, I can't see my last thing because of this. Focus on and reward your efforts. Remember those small wins. Celebrate the small wins. You can go to the next slide, Kenyofu. Okay, and these are the things I was saying for you guys to screenshot too. I love to share. I will align my goals with my daily actions, my thoughts, my environment, my beliefs, and my perceptions. That's a big one. Do you really believe in what you're peddling? Time commitment, my associations. Make sure all of that is aligned with your goals. Anybody want to share?
Good morning, Martine. This is Jacqueline. I thought all of that was wonderful. I loved what Anna just did, and she just reawakened me to some things that I need to do. Because I'm so worried about my participants in my study and what they're doing and not doing and how to influence them. And I'm like, I can't be an influence to them until I take care of my shit. Excuse my language, but that's what I have to do. So today I will be going into that room, putting that music on, doing my dissertation strut, sitting my butt down at that desk and getting into one of those things on my list that I just shared with all of you. And I thank you for this because, whew, God, I need a kick in the butt. Please call me.
I was gonna say accountability partner. We need to get it together.
Yeah. Oh, I got another account. I got what I did is I joined my sorority's dissertation group. I'm letting them know what I'm doing. I asked one of my sorors who is a PhD to be my editor. And she has been texting me, calling me, and I'm like, every time she calls me, I feel so bad because I didn't do everything I told her I was going to do. But I feel better now because I just tell her, it's in progress. I'm on track because I am on track. I was trying to get it done earlier, so I put pressure on myself. But my original goal was to finish in December of 2022. I wanted to finish by May. So I'm pushing myself to finish by May, but December 2022 was the main goal. So if I keep pushing myself and I get closer to that goal, I know I'm not going to do it by May because here it is already March, but I can still get on track. I'm right on track for December 2022.
And see, that's
yeah.
Taking it into account, leaving that room for error, modifying your goals. That's really important. We get so bummed out when we don't meet that milestone. You just gotta modify, right?
Yep. And just y'all keep convicting me because I need conviction.
You know you're in the space. You know you're in the space.
Okay, complete.
Thank you so much for sharing, Jackie. Aisha from Facebook says, I can't see my.
Martine, I got it.
Okay, thank you, because it's not working out for me.
She says, she says Anna is powerful and inspiring. She also says, my current goal is to complete my master's degree this year. I envision MBA behind my name. I have to complete my final class that begins in March to complete this goal. Laura's thanking you.
Yes, and thank you guys. I'm telling you, like, I've come into my own. This is, again, it's co-creating. Y'all always have my juices going. What am I going to talk about next? So thank you for making space for me, Woo community. I love y'all so much. You will never know. The Woo, this has, if not saved my life, definitely has increased the quality of my life. And
there's a request. Sorry, there's a request to put the last slide up.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to tell you.
Hi, good morning. I just want to say thank you. This is Caroline. I'm driving. I just pulled over, and I want to just appreciate those that shared. Anna Palmer with her health, and as she was talking, I was speaking. I was holding space. I was speaking for her. I was like, no, my health, because we have to take control of our health. I have to take control of my health. And so I just encourage her to keep going and just to see herself in it, see herself. It is hers. She owns it, and it's going to happen. And just everyone that shares the same way, I'm so happy that I got to hear this because I'm dealing with some stuff, and holding myself accountable is a thing. And so I wrote yesterday, excuse me, I was getting a transfusion, and whenever I go into the hospital to have to deal with these things, I say to myself, I call the hospital Shea. That's my Shea Spa. And I take that time to just focus on what I need to do. And so I can't start my video, but I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you because it's just confirmation of what I'm doing, where I'm going, and I absolutely love the concept of planning from. I thought you meant planning ahead, but planning from ahead, meaning capture what you want, get that statement down, and then work backwards from it. What are all the steps that you need to take to get there? So thank you so much for that. I'm going to incorporate that today as I look at my garden as I'm getting ready to get out the car. That's another thing that I'm going to set a statement for. So thank you. Many blessings, everybody, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for sharing. I just want to read Sister, because Sister, you inspired me so much with I'm holding the vibes. I'm going to do it today, she says. I have a small goal that can be accomplished in 10 minutes. It's been 28 days of procrastination. Fuck it. Yes, 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 please. Thank y'all so much, so much, so much, so much, so much. I love you deeply. Thank you for helping me to blossom and be my authentic self in this space. All right. Thank you. All right. Moving along. Special offer, y'all. This is what it comes down to. My special offer is free access to the Art of Doing Goal Setting Workshop, which includes a free e-planner, and the planner is based on the planning from ahead method. That's gonna go to the first person to email. First two people to email Martine are today's winners. Then the second offer is 50% off the Art of Doing Goal Setting Workshop. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know my own offer. The first person to email is going to get the workshop for free. The second person is going to get 50% off. The workshop is going to be 4 months long, and we're going to start off once a week, then trickle down, right? And it's going to be, I'm going to choose probably the number that came to me intuitively is 5 goals. 5 goals, we're going to prioritize the goals, and we're going to do the planning from ahead method, right? But it's going to be in a group. So you're going to have accountability partners. We're going to do this. We're going to manifest. My vision is to manifest each and every person's goals coming into fruition. The cost is $199. So if you are the first to email, you get you'll get it for free. The second person will get it 50% off. You have 7 days to redeem the offer, and the $199 is open to all WOO participants and whoever you think will benefit from the workshop. You guys can just email me. So we can go to the next slide. And that's my contact information, my phone number, my Facebook page, which is for the nonprofit for child sexual abuse prevention, and then my email. So the first 2 people to email, and then anybody else who's interested, just let me know. That also was one of the questions on the poll. So if you already gave me your email address, I'm going to send you information on that. Okay, I'm just trying to tighten it up, and I'm going to have a date to start hopefully this month. Love offerings and donations. Zelle or QuickPay, Soul Leadership Development at gmail.com. Cash App, Spirit of a Woman, $ Spirit of a Woman. And for it to reach me, the code is going to be pound or hashtag 533MM. As always, your donations are honored and respected. My information is also in the chat. I thank you. Just to know where your money goes to. Of course, it goes to this programming. Everything takes money, but also I give a bulk of my money to my nonprofit, and I teach child sexual abuse prevention. Coming up next, we have a powerful week, y'all. Tomorrow, Wednesday, March 2nd, join us for a self-love meditation facilitated by the lovely Sally Santiago. Love her. If you have not experienced her yet, come tomorrow. She's wonderful. Then on Thursday, March 3rd, Crystal Clear Part 1, 2-part series of Crystal Clear facilitated by Brandon Smith He is also one of my favorites. Powerful, powerful, powerful facilitators. Don't miss it. And if you do miss it, don't forget, you can always watch the playback on Facebook.
Thank you, Martine. I'm also going to be thanking the new members. Now, you know who you are. Drop it in the chat so we'll know who you are. Just say, I'm a new member. I'm new. My first day here. Whether here is in Zoom or here is in Facebook, let us know that you're here so that we can say, hey. So we had members and keep coming back. We're here 5 days a week. On Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, we're here from 7 to 8:30, and Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 7:30. Those are our shorter days. We are always Zooming live, and we're also streaming live on Facebook. So if you're not able to enter into Zoom, you can see us on Facebook, and you can also catch the replays. Now, if you want to receive a message every day that we are going live, to invite you into the space, this is what you will do. You will open up a text message. In the telephone number section, write 74121. In the comments section, type in Woo Nation and then press send. And you will be entered into our automated text messaging system and receive the messages you have been waiting for to wake you up to get you in here. And this is for you in reference to our anthology title.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke.
And that, my friends, is the name of the anthology. So you've been waiting for it. We unveiled it on Sunday, right? And now, this is what we're working with. And we're also moving into the I Choose campaign. So because the title of the book is about choice, we want to know what your choice is. So we're asking you to claim a statement. I choose, and you fill in the blank based on what it is that you choose. Go to bit.ly/I choose woo. Just put that in your browser and you will get a form and you can fill out the rest. So in this campaign that you're choosing, you're going to build that out and create a promo for this book. And it will all be explained in the process. So go to bit.ly/I choose woo as the first step and choose your statement. You go to bit.ly/woo swag now and check out our swag. We have masks and a notebook and a laptop sleeves, t-shirts, sweatshirts, a bag, mug, thermos. You know, we got different colors, we got different sizes. Go there and see what works for you. Get your swag and represent Woo today. As far as staying in touch, we want you to register every week. There's a new lineup every week, so every week there'll be different communications with you. The communications will come on via email. So when you go to bit.ly/wake up movement, you're going to be entered into a form. The form, you will give this information, and then you will receive emails once a week. And maybe you'll get another email if a facilitator has a special. You will also get that information. Facebook. We have a private page, we have a public page. So you want to get on board, go to bit.ly/Woo community to join our private page. That's the group that we're live streaming on now. You can go to bit.ly/Woo Nation, where Woo Nation is uppercase, and you will like that page and have another way to stay in touch with us. We're on Instagram and YouTube. You can take these links down. It's also in the chat, and you can email us at info.wakeupseries@gmail.com if you have any comments or questions. So I'm going to stop the share. I'm going to ask everyone to unmute, and we're all going to give Martine a love shower appreciation for this wonderful presentation.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
Martine, for the great exercise and
God
presentation.
bless
you
you.
so much. It was
Thank you
so
so much,
Thank you, Lord,
Martina.
for
This was
sharing.
For
wonderful.
giving me a
Thank you,
For
voice
sharing
Martina,
for
for
everybody.
Thank
sharing.
you, everyone.
Thank
on
you for
fire as
sharing.
usual.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank you,
thank
everybody,
you.
for your encouraging
Take care
words.
of your
So
health,
helpful.
your goals,
Very much.
because what's important
Thank
to
you
you,
so much.
and the sky
I'm
will be the
about to
limit.
thank you for presenting.
Have a great
It's
day.
those small
Have a great
goals
day,
that
everyone. We'll
that I
Nation,
Thank
will
you.
got
we
to
got.
see. It's gonna
This
get
was
done
awesome.
today. And then I'm gonna brag about it.
Thank you. Thank you.
With me how small it was. But I'm gonna
Fact.
get it done.
Fact.
It's those small things that keep you back
Great. Thank
sometimes.
you,
So
ma'am.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
sis.
Thank you.
I feel it
Thank you
just
so much.
rising up something.
Your sister's
Yes.
doing well at home.
Thank you, family. I love y'all.
Love y'all.
Love
Have a
you.
blessed day.
Thank
Have
you,
a blessed
love.
day. Be safe.
Love y'all. Love y'all.
Love you all. Love my whole family.